What's up, you guys? It's your boy Mike Goodman. What's goody in Djibouti? What's goody in Djibouti? All right, sound fresh. So, wanted to just kind of do this little short video, hey, Thanksgiving's tomorrow, guys. So, let's just be positive, count our blessings, actually be grateful for what we have rather than what we don't. I mean, it's a great way of life that I like to think about things because this helps me when I'm down. And it's like, well, yeah, sure. It could always be better. I could have a fucking mansion. I could have all the cars. I can have a big bank account, right? But those are just objects. Those things don't give you joy or purpose in life. They just bide your time and have you focus on things that aren't real. So, in this video, I kind of wanted to talk about what actually is important as we enjoy our Thanksgiving with our friends and family tomorrow, as well as the future. We got Hanukkah in like 15 days, if not more, I think, and then, Christmas. Yeah, just kind of wanted to just riff with you guys and just, counter blessings. Like I said, could always be worse, right? And I know that's one way of looking at it, but hey, that's the only way you can look at it. If you're just going to look at what you never have versus what you actually have, you're always going to be behind the eight ball, living in someone else's shadow. How's that working for you? Let me ask you, people. How's your life doing when you covet everything that everybody else has? And you know, me, I'm incredibly grateful. I have my health in this day and age. I mean, things aren't getting any better, with the environment. So let's just kind of call a spade a spade. I have a beautiful, lovely wife who supports, respects, and helps me out just like any life partner would. I can never say enough good things about my wife. She's a teacher. She always goes the extra mile, always stays late, and always helps out the kids who need it the most. But yeah, no, like I said, just count our blessings. Got to keep in mind the big two things is just being humble and gratitude. You know, humble. It's nobody likes a cocky shit who thinks they know everything or that they're the creme de la creme, what have you, however you want to phrase it. But I mean, the point is that you need to stay humble. All right, because here's the reality of it: no matter how good you are at what you do, there's always going to be someone bigger, someone better, someone who has more experience. So just keep that in the back of your head. You can only do what you can control with the resources that you have available. I remember I used to work at a job and they didn't have, the subscriptions for LinkedIn or Indeed, and I had to kind of do everything myself, just, outside the box kind of measures. And they would be like, why aren't you doing this? And I'm like, well, I'm doing the best with the resources that I have available. Does that make sense? Yeah, I mean, it's the reality. Like I said, if you're not willing to accept what is in front of you and your own accountability of what's going on, I mean, everybody wants to say it's someone else's fault that I didn't get the job, that I got fired, that this new person I play golf with doesn't call me. It's all in your head. It's all rabbit holes. You cannot do anything about that. So stop trying. And like again, this goes back to what we talked about in the other videos: the power of surrendering to things you have no control over. And believe me, as bad as things are for me right now, I mean, I have no job. I'm still looking. I'm still doing interviews and applications every day. I have to take care of my mother who lives with us, and I also have to take care of the house as well as be the happy-go-lucky person that everybody is gonna rely on. Because that's what keeps me going at the end of the day. Not making money, not being successful, but being there for the people who rely on me in my life. That is what gets me going. That's what gets me up, and that's what keeps me going. everyone's different. I mean, obviously, some people have terrible family members. I'm not going to say that every family member is perfect, but in those situations, a lot of times your friends, become your extended family. So I don't really buy that. Yeah, there's you don't have a family at all. I mean, there's always, in one sense or the other. So yeah, curious, what are you guys making for Thanksgiving? I'm going to be making the best freaking mashed potatoes out there. I get asked every year to make them. It's kind of the problem with these things. They're so good that then everybody wants you to make them every year, but you got to tell them, hey, these are unhealthy. So we only make them once or twice a year. We're here for a short time, not a long time. So let's not forget, what's important, what's in front of us, and not get lost going down those rabbit holes. So, hope this video finds you well. Hope things get better. It's never going to stay the same forever. Things are only happening for a certain time before they change. I think Philip K. Dick said that. But I'm going to work on some more stuff to get you guys interested. And yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys are working on or cooking for Thanksgiving in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Later.